Well, on the platform this morning, we are very mindful of the fact that the matter relating to Adams Oshiomole's suspension is undergoing an appeal. So we are not going to dwell on that, but we shall attempt to pose some critical leadership questions that is almost tearing the fabrics of the party. And we're joined this morning by the Director General of Voice of Nigeria and the chieftain of the APC, especially in the southeast, Osita Okechukwu, and also Engineer Michael Zemena, a member of the APC in Abia State, and also the publicity secretary of the party in Abia State. Let's take the DG of the Voice of Nigeria first. We would like you to access the strength of the All Progressives Congress in the southeast.
For us, there is a maxim that says that in liberal democracy, liberal democracy is not a revolution. So all gains made in liberal democracy is incremental. That is to say, the gains, because of the rule of law, the checks and balances. So you do not make all the gains in one day. So you make the gains on a gradual basis. For us in the APC, we are glad vis-a-vis from the date of our registration in 2013, July 31st to be specific, 2013. We came for the first election in 2015. In all the 5 states of the southeast, we did not get 20% threshold in the presidential election. We had only one senator. We had no member of the Federal House of Representatives, and we had no governor. We had one governor. In 2019, we have 25% threshold in Abia State, in Ebonyi State, in Imo State. We had members of the Federal House of Representatives, senators, and we repeatedly we now had a governor as well. So when you compare our scorecards, definitely we have improved. We've gotten more converts who actually understand that the APC means business.
Okay.
That we are pursuing infrastructure more than the PDP did in 60 years.
Okay. Quickly, permit me to cut you short there. Sorry, because of our time. You have in the past been a victim of some of the decisions of the current APC leadership. What do you make of the tenure of Adams Oshiomhole as the national chairman of the party?
We without being immodest or without trying to deprecate myself or trying to, I won the primaries of the Senate of the Enugu West Senatorial District, and I was rigged out. There was no doubt that the manipulation of the primaries of 2019 general election in the APC affected the overall result of the APC, not only in the southeast. It was manipulated, it was mangled.
By who, please?
By Comrade Adams Oshiomhole. You can imagine, made an advertorial telling each state to choose between direct or indirect primaries. Consensus as well is embedded in the constitution of our party. We in Enugu State, we said we do not have the capacity to manage direct primaries, because in direct primaries you must have authentic register of members, you must have authentic card of members, you must also have electoral management system that is near excellent, unless you want to bungle the process. So we elected in direct primaries. So overnight, Comrade Oshiomhole reversed it. When we had already started the election of governorship candidates at the University of Nigeria Enugu campus. I was one of those who consulted. And I said, sir, out of the 17 local government areas in Enugu State, we've already concluded 4. Please, allow the process to go ahead. And I told him the director of the SS was in the field with us, in the venue. And the commissioner of police, they are not partisan. Could you cross-check with them to know actually whether it was going on peacefully? Yes, there was a hiccup initially, which is normal in political gatherings. Before you could say Jack Robinson, he cancelled the elections. The next day in the morning, what we heard that we must go direct primaries. In spite of that, some of us won, and it was truncated.
Okay, if I can hear you correctly, you're saying that yes. Adams Oshiomhole contributed to the current crisis in your party. So gravely. So you think? So, so do you think?
So nobody can exonerate him from that.
So do you think he's probably reaping from what he sowed?
No. The point of the matter is that there are 2 characteristics of leaders.
Okay.
There are leaders that pay attention to advice. There are those who in Igbo parlance, they will say Eze, Oyagwanam, Eze, the king that says nobody should tell me, I know everything. It belongs to that kind of kings. And it affected our fortune without being immodest. If my result was allowed, APC could have had, even if I did not win Ekweremadu, APC could have had 25% in Enugu State. And I could have defeated Ekweremadu because we have 2 old divisions, the Udi division and the Ogbu division. And the whole Udi division felt that somebody who stayed 16 years in the parliament, he should give others a chance. And there are some good people of good conscience in his own Ogbu division that gave me their endorsement. So, but I'm not trying to talk about myself.
Okay.
I'm trying to say that actually, between God and man, can you imagine that in the 5 states of the Southeast, Edo person was the chairman of Enugu, was the chairman of Feboy, was the chairman of Abia, and secretary in Imo. I do not know how many of the states in the Southeast that had a chairman of any of the panels in the new country. In spite of the humongous money we leveled, if I were the chairman, I could have had 3 sets of panels per each state instead of 1.
Okay.
I could have had a panel for the House of Assembly. I could have had the Senate and the Federal House. I could have had different panels for the governorship.
Okay.
And different panels for the presidential.
DJ,
instead of one.
So some persons are alleging that this crisis rocking your party is about 2023 and the permutations for the next election. Who will be the flag bearer of the party at the center, talking about the presidency?
No. You cannot divorce political objectives from the election ahead. But meanwhile, we must not forget the material conditions, the manipulation of 2019 primaries, were the material conditions that brought discontent and a huge gulf between those who felt sincerely that they were marginalized and alienated from their victories. So you cannot distance yourself from that, no matter how you want to placate or try to pontificate about 2023. Yes, it cannot be disconnected, because if you were hot, our people said when you were stung by a scorpion, even if you see a small millipede, you get jittery because you have been stung before. So a lot of people lost confidence in his management capacity, that he was narcissistic and he was dictatorial and despotic. There's no doubt about that. That was what cost us Rivers State, cost us Zamfara State, cost us Bauchi, cost us Adamawa.
Do you think
and
what is
cost us Imo?
Do you think the crisis now is about 2023?
It's not about, I'm saying.
Okay, but
that it originated from the way his mismanagement of the process.
Okay.
Because he neglected the constitution of the APC. Because when the National Executive Committee decided that this is how the primary should go, and you made a publication with the resources of the party and said each state should choose what they feel is better for them. When each state indicated interest, we want indirect primaries. You have no right single-handedly to despotically and dictatorially reverse it.
Okay, DJ.
His own shortfalls. He has his own merits.
Okay,
because
quickly.
There's no man without merits.
Before I let you go this morning, because of our time, before I let you go this morning, what do you make about the feud between Adams Oshiomhole and Obaseki? I mean, the governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki.
No. For me, if I go by the old maxim in the area where we come from, you will advise as young persons that you don't fight what they call a gono.
Okay.
If Oshiomhole had lived with the maximum of the elders, he could have started fighting a backyard war. A backyard war is very, 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 very. Nobody encourages no wise man goes for what is it called? A backyard war. So it was a mistake on his side. Whether he's right or he's wrong, he was the person that stood up and told the world that he's abolishing godfatherism in Imo.
In Edo?
So if in Edo?
Yes.
So if you abolish godfatherism in Edo, why do you now want to place yourself in a position where you are suspected of trying to be a godfather? It was a mistake on his side. Okay. It was also a mistake that when the ward of the National Vice Chairman Northwest, Inua, suspended him from membership of the party. You, as the chairman of the National Working Committee, you apply his suspension, and then you yank him off as National Vice Chairman. Now, you are suspended by your own word, and you never cared even to challenge it. And when now they are using the same speech you used, so there's a lot of contradictions surrounding the corridor Oshiomhole. Okay. A lot of contradictions and double standards. So which is not good for a leader. If you want to lead the democracy, you must be in a position to be reticent and be accommodating of alternative views. If you don't accommodate alternative views, you will not go far.
All right.
Because alternative views are the hallmark of democracy.
All right. The Director General, Voice of Nigeria, a chieftain of the APC, especially in the southeastern part of the country, Osita Okechukwu, thank you very much for your time this morning on the program.
I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Yes. All right. Very, very interesting conversation we've had there. We now know what is really happening in the party. Now let's cross over to our man here, as the party politics, of course, the permutations and what is happening in the party. You know, the buying and selling, if we put it that way. Engineer Michael Zoemena, the publicity secretary of the All Progressives Congress here in Abia State, is our guest now. Engineer Michael Zoemena, thank you very much for joining this morning on the platform.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
Very